Alrighty, we are live. Take off my glasses and become Superman. Just gonna wait a few minutes for people to get over from the Ramsey Show. Get my notes here. And then we'll be all set once it's time to go. What up, Chris? Oh, except I can't see the notes there. There we go. What up, Sid? I know you. Lord loves a working man, Chris. So I did not get that email from Dead Haters about her. I think she said mortgage, something about mortgage that she couldn't type in the chat because it was too many characters. So perhaps tomorrow we'll get into that if she sends it. You just might be loved then, Chris. Chris, you're loved already, sir. You can see the chia pets happening again. Let's see. 2 minutes. Well, wait a little bit more. What up, Clay? Mama call him Clay. Daddy call him Clay. I call him Clay. Is it just me or were there 800,000 people with the last name Jones in the Ramsey Show chat today? All right, hang tight. 20 more seconds. All righty, that's 3 minutes. That's enough time. Well, let's start, shall we? Trying to see my notes, or I guess I got to move it over here. There we go. Now I can see it. Can you breathe underwater? Live without the sun? Can you feel all the wonder and the love that you give to me? Happily, happily, ever after. Love, 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 come the sun. Do, 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, and joining me today as moderator is Sid the Kid. You can schedule a free coaching consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com as typed in at the beginning of the chat there. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, you can use the URL paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, a handy link also at the beginning of the chat. Or you can just log into your old PayPal account and click on send money and put in my email address, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up with the chat. Da baby car. All right. Hello, greetings, welcome. All righty. Today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dave Ramsey and Anthony O'Neill. There were 2 dadgums today from Dave Ramsey. And I count those just because it's fun. And that's, if you don't know what that is, dadgum is what he uses instead of a swear. Market report. The Dow Jones was down very slightly today. Everything else was up, led by the Russell Small Cap Index at 1.06% up. Small cap's been kicking butt lately. The Securities and Exchange Commission is considering whether to make Robinhood and other trading apps have to warn people of the riskiness of certain stocks like GameStop and AMC theaters as a response to Reddit/meme trading surges. Just thought that was interesting. They get involved and try to tell you, hey, that's risky. They should do that for all single stocks. But, somebody's got to buy them. Somebody's got to buy single stocks. I think, actually they don't. I mean, they could all be purchased by the people that are putting the mutual funds together. Catch it with the chat. I do give financial advice. If you have a question, go ahead and put that in the chat. Let's see. Cryptocurrency may be crashing. Halfway through the trading day, I didn't check it again, but halfway through the trading day, Bitcoin was at almost half of its all-time high on April 15th, which was just 7 weeks ago. Elon Musk said no. China said no. That's the way it goes. Although someone in the Ramsey chat near the end assured us that they would be fine. So you never know. Yeah, thanks for the IOs, kids. Appreciate it. All right, debt haters. I'm not going to read a long email on the show. I'll read it and try to shorten it a little bit and do it tomorrow. Sorry about that. I looked for it earlier, but I don't have enough time to do that during the show. Not on a long question like that. Let's see what else we got here. The baby car. Are you typing in your stuff? Margaret, what up? AJ, what up? Let's see. American job openings hit an all-time record of 9.3 million, according to data from April. Are you sure you can't find a job? 9.3 million. You have to be qualified for a couple of them. A couple of them should be good enough for you. Get a job. Let's see. Oh, the baby car doesn't have a question right now. I was just wondering. All right. Well, you did have a question, and you asked if I take questions. So there you go. Or if I give financial advice. You're right. That was a question. So thanks for the question. Let's see here. And if the chat has any other questions or any comments they want to make about anything, go ahead. And if it says that they have to say that all stocks' past performance is no indication. Yeah, of future results. Exactly. They should say that for meme stocks as well. Yep. They should. Margaret's doing laundry again. Ellie and Margaret comparing laundries. That sounds so fun. Kidding. Let's see what else I got here in the old notes. I'm currently doing the Ramsey Preferred Boot Camp, and probably because of my YouTubing and other stuff in my 2 jobs, I'm probably not paying enough attention to that. So I did more today and found out some stats for the callers that ask for coaches. Like, they call up Ramsey Solutions and they ask for coaches, or they say they have a problem and they are told, you should get with a coach. 65% of the callers are female. 61% are married. 79% earn more than $50K. 37% earn more than $100K. When asked to describe their financial situation, 22% answered crisis. 43% were struggling. 27% were stable, and 8% were thriving. I just thought that was interesting. So basically that means, what is that? 65% are in crisis or struggling when they call. But there are some stable and 8% thriving people as well. Let's see. Catch it up with chat again. Ellie believes you can, if you truly want to work, you can find work, even if it sucks and is not what you want to do. If you're wondering what I'm doing, the way I set my camera up today, it's kind of covering up what is the boxes it's sitting on is covering up the screen, and so I have to look around it to read the chat. When do I plan to finish? I don't know. I'm halfway done with my, I got to get 20 no's from people. When I say, would you like some financial help? And I have to coach 5 people. So I'm like halfway done with that. So there's no set time to finish. It's just like I do have to get cracking more though. Definitely. Ellie says she's in the 8% years ago on the struggle bus. Sid says, I think most people will be in some level of trouble before they admit they need help with most things. That's true. AJ says the struggle bus is real. I have Luke blocked. He is a confirmed troll. Blocked him a long time ago. That's Luke Wagner, I believe. And he hasn't been in the chat forever. And then he comes back today. I don't know if it has anything to do with Bill. But we'll see. So if he's asking questions or something like that, somebody's going to have to either ask or he probably knows I don't see him. I don't see what he's typing. So that's all on Sid to decide if he can stay or not. Let's see. In the last 28 days, as of this morning, I've had over 1,900 views and 306 hours watched on my YouTube channel. And a bunch of that is because of you people that are in the chat now. What do you mean, you people? But I really appreciate it. And the 28 days thing is kind of in small print. So I thought that was my total to date. The total to date is 421 hours watched. And I really, really, truly want to thank you guys for that. I appreciate that so much. And also, I am at 50 subscribers as well. As of today, it was 48 or 49 earlier this morning, and then at some point it got up to 50. Now that could be Bill, and when Bill does it, he give it and then he taketh away if he doesn't like something that happens. Like normally he gets blocked. So we'll see if that 50 stays. So, but definitely thanks for that. So, oh, and that's 15 minutes. I had so much more stuff today, and I still ran through it very, very quickly. I'm going to have to get like 80 things from now on to talk about. So now it's up to you guys. Oh, Luke is a changed man. He's not all about gold anymore. Well, great. That's great. That's great. No medals. Sydney would mind having gold. Or did you not type wouldn't? What up, Jess? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. That's right. You can't take away watch hours. Cannot do that. And the views, like I said, the views don't really matter for monetization. They may matter for something for YouTube algorithm stuff, but I mean, if people go on your page for just a second, that's a view. Or if they watch, I think 1 second of your video, that's counted as a view. And so, being overnight, then they don't show you what it is. So it could be 1901 or it could be 1999 views. And so, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That means people are watching, even if it's a small group, but they're continuing to do that, and so that means there must be some thirst out there for my content, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. I mean, if one person showed up, I would probably keep doing it. So cool to have your own show. Head to Joy. I know you probably, but I know you think positive might sing this like that. Might say this like. Oh, Christopher Pittman said halfway to 200 when I said I had 50 subscribers, and yeah, Joy is notoriously optimistic. I think when I had 20 some subscribers, she said that's almost 100. So there you go. Sid would not want gold. Didn't even want a gold engagement ring, but it seemed rude to tell my hubs to return it. Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. That'll probably ruin the moment. Sid, good call on that. Good call on that. Jess says first 30 seconds get you the view. She knows all the tricks and all the ins and outs to the thing. You did miss the market report, AJ, I think, because I did do it. What I say, Dow down just a little bit. Everything else was up, led by small cap at 1.06%. The Nasdaq and S&P were up just a little bit more than the Dow was down, like maybe 0.33%, maybe something like that for the S&P. I can't remember. Oh, I got 51 now. Cool. Let's see. Oh, Ellie wants to use the gold as a weapon, to gold brick for a weapon to hit intruders. And AJ said that would be awesome. Cause of death, gold bar. Alrighty, so anything on your guys' mind? Oh, the opening song today, you probably don't know, that was a Thrill Cat song. And I do have that one, a much better version of it, sung by the band live, that I recorded in 1993-ish. With a VHS camcorder, and I had digitized, and so it is on my channel in the music playlist, of which there are 2 Thrill Cat songs and no other songs as of yet. So if you want to check that out, and then I mash it up with Baker Street. I normally do a song first and then do Baker Street, and that's how I start off because it's fun. Sydney says you can poll the group about her life insurance question. And if I'm not mistaken, it was, should she get an entirely new policy for X amount, or just get another policy for the difference between X amount and what she has now? Perhaps you could type that in better, Sid, than I just explained it. Basically, it'll be the same total amount of coverage, but if she should just leave the one in place now and just add to it, or replace that one with the total one. So Ellie says in her head she keeps playing the song Highway to Hell on repeat. Maybe I'll do that one. The baby car, so let's go subscribe, get him to 50. I was already at 50 before I started the show, the baby car, but thank you. Extra subscriptions will not hurt. But I think everybody in the chat probably already subscribed. Oh yeah, that's why. So Sid says, so life insurance should be 10 to 12 times your income, and her income is going up. So that's what the difference is. That's why she needs more. So she asks, should I increase my current policy for the increased income, or get a new policy for 2 more years of coverage at a lower amount? So because she's starting the term 2 years later, it will be that part of it will go 2 more years later. Unless she re-ups it or gets a new policy there. Ellie thinks it depends on Sydney's health. If she's good, she could do either stack the insurance or do a new policy, but don't cancel the old until you for sure can be under a new one and have it active. That's correct. Anytime you're replacing it, maybe you need to refresh the baby car, or perhaps somebody took a subscription away. You never know. Subscribers giveth, and subscribers taketh away. So you never know. Some trolls like to play with it. Sydney says, so that would be 18 years at the higher income plus 2 years at a smaller benefit amount. Chris wants to know, would it be cheaper to just get a new for the difference of the cancel and get the full total, that's what I ask as well. Do you think you will be self-covered at the end of the current term? And that's important as well. But yeah, as far as the difference in cost, yes, I told Sid to check that out. So good thinking, Chris, because I thought the same thing. Oh, she hasn't priced anything yet. She's waiting until she actually gets the job. Well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I can say I need to do something other than this camera setup, because I'm looking around, looking notes, chat, like a bad tennis racket, bad tennis match. Ellie says, regarding life insurance, wills, etc., make sure you have a packet with all the info in a safe place, plus a copy of your will to a few trusted relatives. Ask her how she knows. We probably don't want to know. That's probably a sad tale. Sid does think they'll be self-insured and house paid off by the end of the term. So that's... Sid, would that be because you're following the baby steps, perhaps? Made famous by Dave Ramsey? Is that why you think you'll be self-insured and house paid off by then? Or you got something else going on? Yeah, Jess says, I have 48 subs, but it was 50 when she first clicked on here. Yeah, that's right. Because even if Bill can't type in here, he probably is on some account watching, and so taking subscriptions away and adding them. It might be fun for him. I'm glad I can add to his joy. They're the baby steps. They're not that baby steps. I don't know your steps, so I don't know. And 50-50 or a little bit more that the baby car is Bill as well. So we'll see. Time will tell. Sid said that's a good note. Ellie, I think when we get all our stuff settled, I'll talk to my brother and exchange our forms so we each have the others. So that's a good idea. If you're single, you should also have a key buddy as well for your like house and car. So that way, if you lose yours, you can grab the key from your key buddy. Little single person hack. I'm not trolling, just making a joke. All right. Well, I mean, that joke wasn't that bad. AJ thinks it'll be cheaper to get a single policy. Like if 250K is $20, then shouldn't 500K be like $30? Maybe something like that. It's in hurricane country. That's right. I used to be there as well in Virginia Beach. Ellie says, "You know how I found Dave? It was after her dad died." Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that before. And no will, I guess, or it was there were problems with it. Sid says her 350K is $193 a year. So I'm gonna rudely check my email here. Oh, good. Luke Wagner. Subscribe. And then maybe he took it away because it doesn't say. It doesn't notify you if people take them away if they unsubscribe. So it's possible. Perhaps I should have been more kinder when I was explaining who he was. Christopher Pittman might have to look into life insurance soon now that he's engaged. Until now, it's just been himself, so no dependents to cover. Yeah, something to start to look into. Absolutely, sir. AJ think that Sid's price is good, what she's getting for that. Yeah, for 350K. Yeah, agree. That's pretty good. Nothing wrong with shopping it every so often, but yep, she's a female, non-smoker, rare drinker, so cheap rates. Absolutely. The baby car is currently finishing up baby step 3. Awesome. Keep the pedal to the metal, and until you get that done. I did not do that, and that kind of put me off track and delayed me for far too long. AJ answered his questions fairly honestly. I wonder what questions you could have possibly not been totes honest on, AJ. What do you think? AJ doesn't count very well. Well, there you go. That can make a difference if you don't count that well. Oh, let's see what else I got. Not doing any father-daughter video game streaming this week. We will do that next week. Do not know what day yet, but Bella's on vacation, so can't do father-daughter video gaming without the daughter part. And there's just one, so there you go. Let's see. I may be doing this weekend though. I might be doing a board gaming. Actually, it's online. It's on a website playing a board game, but I will be doing a podcast with that board game's creator. So can ask him questions about how he's going to teach me how to play it, and we can ask him how he came up with it and so forth, and what his process is, and all kinds of neat things like that. And he's going to promote it on the board gaming forums and such. So maybe I can get him some debt-free people, some Ramsey people, and he can get me some board game people. And see, that's called confluence. So we'll see how that goes. The baby car, I play a lot of Madden football. My favorite game is The Last of Us 2. I play mostly on PC, but I do have a PlayStation for Last of Us series and Uncharted and some other exclusive that they have. But I like Tomb Raider. Probably stuff like Tomb Raider and Last of Us would be my favorite type of game. But as I said, I do play a lot of Madden. I have for the PC, I believe it's different rosters on the consoles and for the PC version. So on the PC game, I do have a roster for it uploaded. My name on there is Throwcat with 2 T's, but the name of the roster is 2022 update is the name of the roster, and it is up to date as of 2 days ago, I think. Good night, Margaret. She out. It was all the Madden talk, I guess. She got stuff to do. Probably more laundry, probably. A few extra drinks here and there for Christopher Pittman. I haven't had any alcohol in like 4 years. I think I may this weekend. A friend of mine is quitting working at the part-time job that I have, and we're going to a restaurant. So I may try an Arnold Palmer. There was a lot of Arnold Palmer talk today in the old Ramsey Show chat. Julio to the Titans. Yes. I had AJ. I had just done an update and uploaded it the day before that happened, and then that happened, and so I did a whole nother version of it. I just had to change the one player, but then I re-uploaded it. So it's my fifth version of it, and it includes all of the rookies, the 7-round draft. Because I didn't do all that part. I took a roster that was made by Sir Scanty, I believe is his name, which you're allowed to do. I took that one, and that one didn't have hardly any of the free agent moves in there, and so I put all those in there. And now I'm updating it like once a week or so. More often if a 95 rating player gets traded. AJ says Arnold Palmer doesn't have to have booze. It can, but it's just sweet tea and lemonade. Oh, yeah, is that it? Oh, maybe I'll skip that then and get something better. Or unsweet tea and the lemonade sweetness. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I might skip it just because of the sugar. Although alcohol is sugar as well. So that's right. Diabetes in a glass. I don't need it to be in the glass. I've already got it in me. So I've been watching Dave. He's watching him. He's only been on YouTube, I think, since 2016 or 2017. So maybe on and off since then, and every day for about 2 years now, something like 2 years or so. But I listened to him in the 90s every single night, and so you would think I would have, listening to him over and over again, you would think I would have done something he said to do, but I didn't do a darn thing. Nothing. Zero, he said to do. So AJ has the stats. November of 2018. 2018? That they were first on YouTube? That seemed late to me, AJ. Are you getting your information from the Googler? So yeah, it's been for AJ. Okay. AJ's been watching since November 2018. Got it. So yeah, so I didn't do anything. So if you're young and you're watching Dave, listening to his stuff, do it now. Don't wait till you're old like me. And then maybe you won't have to work an extra job to catch up. So retirement will be decent. That would be my advice. LA was about 2017, 2018. The baby car just started last year. Oh, let's see. A lot of itching, a lot of drinking. I guess I'll give my plugs again. How you can get in touch with me. You can ask questions, or you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation by emailing CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. And you can get me on the Twitter and the Gram. I haven't been as active on there in the past week or so. I know I need to be doing that. Both of those are at Coach Steve Money. Add me on the Gram. Add me on the Twitter. And you can donate to the channel by using the URL paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, or you can log into your PayPal account and click on Send Money, and then you can put in the email address CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, and then that will get to me, and I will be very, very appreciative. I will not spend it on Diet Coke. This is water in a Diet Coke bottle, though. I will use it to better the channel. Promise. So do I have a lot of experience with money? Well, I've used money to pay for things my entire life. And fortunately, the baby car, you do not need to have a lot of experience with it. If you decide you're going to trust Dave Ramsey, you just do everything he says to do. And then you'll be way better off than me. But yeah, Coach Steve is a coach. AJ is correct. I'm a financial coach. I completed the Ramsey Solutions Financial Coach Master Training I always have to remember the initials, FCMT, Financial Coach Master Training, and I am certified by Ramsey Solutions. And I'm currently in the Ramsey Preferred Boot Camp, as I talked about earlier. And if they decide that I'm worthy of being Ramsey Preferred, then I'll get referrals from them. Jess says the Ramsey Highlights channel has actually been around since 2013, though. That was a good idea, even though they didn't move the video. Well, actually, I don't think they moved the video. Were they on? I wonder if they were on Facebook before they were on YouTube, or if they started both at the same time. Ellie says her and her hubby. She's talking about. I don't know if she calls him puppy or not, or hubs. Most females in the chat do. But she says, our journey's been bumpy as hills, and definitely a learning experience. The baby car asks, anyone here baby step 7? I can only dream of being there. Well, you don't have to dream. If you start making the steps now, if you're young. Not necessarily you're not necessarily young, but with a name like that, I would assume. So the earlier you start doing the baby steps, the better you could, the faster you could get there. Yeah, yes. She says hub, so you don't have to remember the name of a YouTube friend's spouse. Oh well, yeah, I meant as opposed to husband. But people shorten up a lot of things on the old YouTube there, on the old online. So rude to check notifications. They moved the video so live and highlights were separated, I guess, for better viewing. AJ's doing 4, 5, and 6. So if you're still around when he hits 7, he'll let you know how it is, although you may beat him there. And you may. Again, the younger you are, and the sooner you start, you'll get there faster. And just in case you don't know what it is, the baby steps start with number 1, but I always like to say baby step 0 is you take debt off the table. So you decide, I'm not borrowing any more money. Now, Dave, is fine if you get a mortgage, because 99.9% of the time, a house will appreciate instead of depreciate. Unlike the car, which goes down 20% as soon as you drive it off the lot. So that's baby step 0. Baby step 1 is to save $1,000. And that's your starter emergency fund. And that puts room between you and Murphy, like bad luck, any type of emergency. And that's supposed to stop you from where beforehand you would go, oh, I need a new tire. I'm going to put that on this credit card. That's supposed to stop you from that. You use your emergency fund for that. If you can cash flow it. Cash flow it if you can. Second step is to pay off all debt that's non-mortgage debt. No mortgage, paying off mortgage comes later. So you pay off all non-mortgage debt as step 2. And step 3 is a full emergency fund, and that amount is up to you. It's 3. Dave recommends 3 to 6 months of expenses, and that's so nobody can tell you how much. That's 3 to 6 months of your expenses. And so once you get that done, then you're ready to start investing. If you've already been investing and you have debt, temporarily stop investing and pay off your debt. It's only temporary. Once you get your full emergency fund in place, then you can start investing again. So that is 15% is what you do. You do 15% of your gross income. And what you put that in is in 25% each of small cap, mid cap, large cap, and international mutual funds. No single stocks. No single stocks. Not even the Reddit one, especially not the Reddit ones or the meme ones. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. And step 5 is save for kid college. Step 6 is to completely pay off your mortgage. And then step 7, which the baby car was talking about, is to live and give like no one else. To build wealth and give a lot of it away. And so 4, 5, and 6 happen at the same time. Steps 1, 2, and 3 you do all of them you do in order, but those you do separately. So you do step 1 first, nothing else. Obviously, you pay minimum. May not be obviously. Sorry for that. But you pay minimums on all your debt while you're saving up the $1,000. And then once you've saved up the $1,000, then you pay all debt smallest to largest, which I forgot to say earlier. And so then when you put all extra to the smallest debt, and then once you have that smallest debt paid off, then the amount you are paying to that small debt plus any extra then goes to the next debt, and then that's how it becomes a snowball, because it goes down, rolls down the hill. So anyway, that's what we're talking about. That's what all this is about. And young people do this, and then you won't have to be like us, trying to struggle to get there. Not all of us, some of us, struggling to get there when you're older. So, and I won't, unless my income goes up considerably, I won't be a millionaire by the time I retire, but maybe half of one. Maybe half, we'll see. And maybe my income will go up too. That will make it better. So, the board game that I was talking about, Christopher Pittman, is already released. It's called Butterfly. That's gonna be the one we're gonna play. He also has a game called Balloon Cup and several more. So, all right, AJ. Meat is not going to cook itself, and he is correct about that. Step 7 should include at least 15% to retirement. That's correct. That never ends. Investing never ends. So you keep doing that. But once you pay it off the house, then you can increase the 15% to whatever you want to. It says, Sydney, I would think 4 is the step you do until retirement. Yeah. And maybe even in retirement, maybe you can just have a non-retirement investing account and invest in that. Backdoor Roth, that kind of thing. Let's see. Yes, Christopher Piven, Butterfly by Stephen Glenn. Yes, he was in our chat once or twice as well. I don't know if you were in at the same time, Christopher Pittman, but yeah, he's my friend from Virginia Beach. And so that is going to happen probably at 1 or 2 p.m. on Saturday, I believe. Yes. So, and he was also one of the people I coached up. I don't know if he would be comfortable with talking about that. If he is, maybe we'll discuss that a little bit on the thing. But it should on the podcast. But it should be pretty interesting. I think there's tons of board game people out there. And even a couple of them. And like I said, if I can get him some Ramsey people that might want to buy his board game, and he can get some board game people to Dave Ramsey stuff, then that's great. So it's convergence, people. Convergence. Chris will be at work. And if you can't listen at work, sir, it will always be available afterwards. I get most of my views afterwards. Oh, of course, OG Cake is in here. Now, OG Cake did not have that name when I blocked that person, so I have no idea who that could be. But I have that account blocked, so I can't see that. So, again, that's up to Sid. Since OG Cake 2.0 is still typing, I would assume that person has been good because Sydney has not brought the hammer down. Unless she's blocked him too. And then you guys are on your own. Oh, okay, great. So you guys are on your own. So if there's anything that seems like trolling, that would be why we would have blocked that person. So, anybody else got anything left? Anything else they want to talk about? Otherwise, I'll bounce baby out the door. Sid can unblock if needs. I think it'll be fine. Nobody is complaining, so it's fine. And plus, if we let that person stay, maybe they'll continue to be a subscriber. So need all I can get. Gotta have 1,000. So that's why I'm thinking, since I have the 421 hours watched already. I think 4,000 hours watched will be faster to get than 1,000 subscriptions. So we'll see. Yeah, Sid says I saw them trolling a lot in the Dave Ramsey chat based on the replies. Yeah, that's true. Just Luke Wagner's second account. Yeah, that would check out. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Alrighty. So I did say 1 or 2 p.m. Saturday, I think, is when that board game stream will be. I will announce it ahead of time. I will be putting that on the Instagram and the Twitter. And so ahead of time so that you'll know. Like Thursday or Friday, I'll put that on there so you have some advanced knowledge of it, and so you can send it to friends, etc., share, and just get everybody in there, and that would be fun. It'll be fun otherwise because he and I are good friends, and he's fairly humorous, just like I am. If you think I am. That's up to you. But he seems to think so, and I think he's funny. So it should be a good time, and it'll be a lot different than game streaming with my daughter. Plus, we'll see how stupid I am. Supposedly, it's an easy game to learn, but we shall see. We shall see. Alrighty. Once again, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com for scheduling a free financial coach consultation assessment or for any questions. And that's it. All right. And at the end, I like to say make smart financial decisions And then good night, Clay. And then Sydney puts in every day. Chris wants to know if it'll just be the two of us on Saturday. Yes. Who else would it be, Chris? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just a 2-player game or not. I don't know if there could be more people. That's right, Sid. Every day. Thank you for the every day. Good night, Chris. So yeah. So it's just going to be the two of us. Oh, 2 to 5 players. Yeah, it's just going to be the two of us. So, and I'm sure a lot of talking. And if the game's over quickly, we may play again, or may not. We'll just see how it goes. All righty, I already said the ending phrase, so you guys have a good night. And I have to look around the stuff to click end stream. Where's the button? Oh, it's covered up by my notes. That's my mistake. There it is. All right, I got it now. Okay, thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. Oh, and this show is at 6 p.m. Eastern time, approximately. The Ramsey Show sometimes goes over 6 p.m. So it's whenever that YouTube video ends, and then this one will start. But that's every weekday. All right, thanks. Have a good night. I'm going to have to do something else with the camera, as you can tell. Bye.